Chapter 1, 1652, Choosing Mission. Translator, Atlas Studios. Editor, Atlas Studios. The island was small, but it contained a lot of cultivation resources. With this size and amount of resources, they were clearly intentionally arranged. Fang Yuan and the other Gu immortals looked around and scavenged for resources before redistributing them. Fang Yuan as Chu Ying was a transformation path Gu immortal. He obtained a lot of transformation path immortal materials. But because transformation path projected all paths, these immortal materials were of various types and paths. For example, soul beast cores were soul path immortal materials. But if a transformation path Gu immortal has a way to transform into soul beasts, then this soul core was also a type of resource for the transformation path Gu immortal. Fang Yuan used transformation path as the concealment to pick a lot of time path immortal materials. Zheng Luozi seemingly asked casually, "Friend Chu Ying has a time path transformation? Why didn't you use it when we were in the illusion?" Fang Yuan laughed. "I am just being greedy. I am sure everyone knows about the demon Fang Yan. These time path immortal materials can be sold in Treasure Yellow Heaven for many good things. But if I compete with everyone here, it will harm our relationship after all." "Ha ha ha, that is a good idea, Chu Ying. Why didn't I think of it?" Tu 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 laughed. Zheng Luozi's eyes flashed with bright light. He stopped talking. After the scare from the illusion, these Gu immortals finally had a change of mood. These gains were quite valuable after all. Especially when Miao Mingshun was not corrupt. He split the gains equally. The atmosphere of the group was quite lively. Half a day later, the immortals gathered before the Rank 8 Immortal Gu House Merit Obelisk. According to the information on the Merit Obelisk, these resources were all arranged by Paradise Earth, Immortal Venerable back then. It was to ensure that the Gu immortals who did not want to accept the missions would still gain some rewards. Paradise Earth, Immortal Venerable was truly a kind person. Tong Hua was in awe. Gui Qi pondered. "All of us have acted already. We have tried to, but this island cannot be broken through forcefully. And this Merit Obelisk, we cannot unravel it with our abilities," Feng Zhang added. The immortals were silent. How could Paradise Earth Immortal Venerables arrangements be so easily broken, especially when all these Gu immortals, barring Fang Yuan, were rank 7? Even though some were elites against a Venerable, they were nothing. "Miao Mingshen, I wonder what insight you have," Tong Hua asked. Miao Mingshen shook his head. "I know nothing about Paradise Earth's true inheritance. I am like all of you. In my opinion, since we cannot forcefully unravel Paradise Earth Immortal Venerables arrangements, we only have two options. One is to ignore the obelisk's missions and stay here for 300 days. Once the time is up, we will likely be sent out. The second way is to follow and complete the missions on the obelisk." The immortals looked at each other. Undeniably, the resources on the island were all distributed already. Who would want to stay here for 300 days? The immortals had already gained something. Their interest in Paradise Earth's true inheritance grew as well. In their opinion, the cultivation resources on the island were just the appetizers. Paradise Earth's true inheritance was the true treasure here. But to accept missions, we will need to be acknowledged by the Merit Obelisk. The process is like a super clan's life tablet Gu and Soul Lantern Gu, but more restrictive in nature. If this is a trap, risk and reward are often interlinked. We came to explore Paradise Earth's true inheritance. Weren't we taking a risk? I am going to accept the mission. Since this is an arrangement of Paradise Earth Immortal Venerable, there must be no problem. The true inheritance is right in front of us. If we stop now, we will regret it for life. After some discussion, none of the 8 Gu immortals wanted to give up. According to the inscription, the 8 immortals went up and placed their palms on the Merit Obelisk. With a bright flash of light, the 8 immortals' names were all displayed on the obelisk. The blank area earlier turned into a list. Fang Yuan's name was there too, but Chu Ying was written instead. This made Fang Yuan let out a sigh of relief. He had inspected this Merit Obelisk already. It mainly comprised Earth Path and Sound Path. He could not deduce it. Of course, there was a chance of destroying it with Fang Yuan's battle strength, but the risks were too high. He was better off disguising himself and exploring with the others. The Gu immortal world was filled with countless methods. This merit obelisk was a rank 8 immortal goo house made by Paradise Earth, Immortal Venerable. It had a high possibility of exposing his true name. Thankfully, that did not happen. Otherwise, Fang Yuan would have to kill everyone around if he got exposed. His identity was too important. These people might have some peculiar methods, even if they did not. It would be bad if Heavenly Court was lured over. Before I understand the situation, I should not attack them. This is Paradise Earth's true inheritance after all. He emphasized on forgiving people for their mistakes. He was kind and magnanimous. If I kill people randomly, something bad might happen. The 8 immortals were listed on the merit obelisk. They started to look at the missions. There were only 10 missions written. Each mission had a vague description. The goo immortal needed to explore it themselves. For example, the first mission: exterminate the surrounding water monsters around Sea Eagle City. Water monsters were similar to soul beasts. They were both Tao beasts that had various forms. Most of them would dissipate after dying, leaving behind water cores or soul cores. These were immortal materials filled with abundant water path and soul path Tao marks. But what level were these water monsters? Were they ancient level water monsters or desolate beast level water monsters? There was no information. Sea Eagle City? What was that? Where was it? There was no information. There was still some clues regarding exterminating water monsters here, but the remaining missions were weirder. For example, creating a water well in Fish Round Island, or gathering medicinal herbs for 3 Tattoo Tribe, maintaining a spirit spring, protecting the merchant caravan, fixing the formation, and others. The 8 immortals looked at the merit obelisk. After thinking for a while, Zheng Luozi sighed. My information path methods are useless against this rank 8 immortal goo house. Whatever mission we choose is based on luck. Let me try first. I will choose the first water monster extermination mission. The others were silent. Even though Zheng Luozi said that, the missions had differences. Using logical deduction, the harder the mission, the greater the merits. Water monsters were at least desolate beasts. The mission of eliminating them was naturally difficult. The merit reward should be quite high. As for maintaining a spirit spring, protecting the merchant caravan, and others, they were mortal-level missions. The difficulty was lower than exterminating water monsters. Zheng Luozi's choice was clearly to snatch the best mission. The atmosphere in the group suddenly changed. Zheng Luozi remained silent, but he was a little nervous in his heart. Miao Mingshen nodded as he agreed and said, "Go ahead, I will be the last one." Everyone looked at him with a different gaze the moment he said that. Miao Mingshen waved his hand, saying, "No need to overthink it. I just feel that Paradise Earth Immortal Venerable created such an arrangement with deeper intentions. How could he not think of balance? These simple missions might not be as easy as they seem." Everyone nodded upon hearing Miao Mingshen's words. Tong Hua spoke. "I choose the second mission." Tu Tu Tuo made his choice too. Their decision was the same as Zheng Luozi. They evidently chose the harder missions. After Tu Tu Tuo chose a mission, there was still one seemingly hard one. The rest of the missions were all very ordinary. There were still 3 rank 7s left. They were Miao Mingshen, Fang Yuan, and Gui Qiye. "Next, go ahead and choose, Chu Ying." Miao Mingshen took a look and smiled. Feng Zhang and Immortal Hua Dai were beside him. They did not speak. "Wait," Gui Qiye suddenly interjected. "Everyone, Lord Miao Mingshen, to speak the truth, I wanted this mission from the start." The immortals' expressions all turned weird. Miao Mingshen looked at Gui Qiye, showing a gaze of shock and criticism. But Gui Qiye ignored him. He looked at Fang Yuan eerily. "Picking on the weakest person?" Fang Yuan chuckled in his heart, saying, "Gui Qiye, since you like it, this means that the mission has an affinity with you. I will not snatch it from you." I will choose the 7th mission." Everyone turned to look. The 7th mission was to collect Earth Trench black oil from the deep sea. It was something that only mortals would do. Miao Mingshen quickly added, "Chu Ying." "No need to refuse it. I am truly in admiration of Brother Miao for having such a companion. You deserve it. If not for you, how could I have gotten in here?" Fang Yuan laughed heartily. When Gui Qiye looked at Fang Yuan with a kinder gaze now. Indeed, he forcefully chose the mission not for himself, but for Miao Mingshen. Like what Fang Yuan had said, everyone could come here due to Miao Mingxin. He deserved it with his contribution. Miao Mingxin refused, but Fang Yuan persisted. Miao Mingxin was helpless as he accepted it. A moment later, everyone made their choice. The merit obelisk shot out a pillar of light. The Gu immortals were all transported away once they stepped inside. Fang Yuan's field of vision changed. When he blinked, he was on an unknown island. I am a rank 8 Gu immortal, but that merit obelisk transported me with no effort. It seems to be the core of this entire grotto heaven. It is truly profound, as expected of Paradise Earth. Regarding these missions, he had a similar conjecture to Miao Mingxin. He gave up that mission earlier, not because he was courteous, but because he was probing Miao Mingxin. After Fang Yuan left, only Gui Qi and Miao Mingxin were left. "Oh, you," Miao Mingxin sighed. Gui Qi cupped his fists. "Please forgive me, Lord. What wrong did you do? It is just that you underestimated Chu Ying. He was the first person to die in the illusion, so you think he is weak." Miao Mingxin shook his head. "Lord thinks Chu Ying is hiding his strength?" Miao Mingxin shook his head. "I did not detect anything. The possibility of that is small. But in this unknown environment, we should unite instead of having internal conflicts." "Yes, I understand.